good morning, and good morning. How is everybody doing on this? What do I call it? Hump day? How are y'all doing on this Wednesday morning? I'm so happy to be here with you all on today. I do want to say, I do want to say this before we get started this morning that there are going to be some times, y'all, where you are going to be super tired. You're going to be extremely tired when it comes to going into your devotion. And the thing about it is, I want y'all to press through. I need y'all to press through. I want y'all to press through. God will meet you wherever you are. He will give you what you need. He's always there, already waiting on you to get there. So right now, before we go any further, I know it's in the middle of the week. It might have been rough and everything. But I need you to take this moment and just settle your hearts and your minds. Just settle. Just settle your hearts and minds right here. This is not a rush. This is our morning reset. We are continuing our journey through Lord Increase Faith today, and we are reminding ourselves that faith does not grow in pressure. It does what? It grows in His presence. Yes, it does. So right where you are, invite the Lord into this moment. Invite the Lord into this moment. Y'all, this is faith beyond what you can see. We're coming out of Genesis chapter 15, verses 5 through 6. Let us anchor our faith in the word this morning. And he brought him forth abroad and said, Look now toward heaven, and tell the stars, if thou be able to number them, so shall thy seed be. And he believed in the Lord, and he counted it to him for righteousness. Righteousness, the quality of being right in the eyes of God, including character or nature, conscience, attitude, conduct, action, and command, the word. Abraham at one time made a request of God, asking him for his own offspring. An offspring seems to be a normal request, but you must remember his wife, Sarai, was barren. For this request to be made, there is communication between Abram and God. He is not just asking anyone this question, but the creator of heaven and earth. So he was familiar with his ability. Okay? So in this text, it states Abram believed God and it was counted to him as righteousness. This is definitely an example of faith being manifested internally by a God who could discern the registered belief, and through this example, Abraham became a friend of God. Allow your faith or belief to register even in the most impossible and sometimes dire situations, no matter how much time may pass. It is imperative to believe even when what's requested is not received. On this side, the most important is registered faith in the eyes of the Creator. Today we look at a moment where God speaks promise into a situation that looked impossible. In the book of Genesis chapter 15, verses 5 through 6, God speaks to Abraham when he still had no child. Yet God tells him to look at the stars. And sometimes God shows you a future that your present can't explain. You see, God makes Abram look up. God takes Abram outside and says, look at the stars. Why, you ask? Because when we only look at our situation, faith shrinks. But when we look at God's promises, perspective changes. God was shifting Abram's vision from problem to promise. You see, Abram believed God. Verse 6 is simple but powerful. Abram believed the Lord. He didn't see the child yet. He didn't have evidence yet, but he trusted the one who spoke. Faith is believing God before the promise appears. You see, faith was counted as righteousness. God counted Abram's faith as righteousness, not because Abram was perfect, but because he trusted God. This moment became a foundation for how faith works. Trusting God puts us in right standing with Him. Our questions for this morning: what promise has God spoken that hasn't happened yet? What situation looks impossible to you right now? God may be telling you today, look up. Look up. Your present limitations cannot cancel God's future promise. Lord, teach us to believe you even when we cannot see the outcome. Like Abraham, help us trust your word above our circumstances. When doubt tries to speak, remind us of your promises and then strengthen our faith so we walk by what you said, not by what we see. Let our trust in you be counted as righteousness. Lord, increase faith today. Father, today we say thank you for the fact that nothing is too hard for you. Help us, Father, as we sometimes internalize and take personally certain things that face us, but that should actually face our faith. But will it register once it does that? Help us if there are any areas of unbelief. We want our impossibilities to face great faith. Amen. Family, faith begins when we trust God, even before the promise shows up. Even before it shows up. Trust Him anyway. And as always, Lord, increase our faith today. And whatever you all are believing God for on this Wednesday morning, it's according to your faith that it will be unto you. Be blessed. I'll see y'all tomorrow.